Hello guys, welcome back to another video. It is week 8 of college football and I have a special guest here, my brother William, helping me pick out some games. So let's get right into it with our first game. Auburn at 19, Missouri. Missouri, a couple weeks ago, they came off a tough loss versus A&M, losing 41-10, but they bounced back last week at UMass. At home, I think it'll be closer than people are expecting. I'll take Missouri 24-17.
Yeah, John Mark, I've got Missouri winning 38-17 at home. I think Auburn's had a pretty rough year, and I don't see them doing anything this game.
Good choice. Next game, Bama at Tennessee. 7 Alabama and 11 Tennessee, because Tennessee dropped a lot from the Florida game. I don't know how Bama didn't drop because of the South Carolina game. I'm not really sure how that works. But Bama, I have them taking the lead majority of the game, and at Tennessee, I know it's at Tennessee, but I will take Bama 31-17 in a lower scoring game. I think most people are expecting. I'll take the Tide.
I've got the Tide too, winning 34-27. Tough environment playing at Tennessee, but I do think they get some revenge after last time they played in Knoxville.
Next game, we got South Carolina at 18, Oklahoma. South Carolina, they're one of the teams to sleep in the SEC right now. Oklahoma coming off a tough loss in the Red River rivalry. But South Carolina, they've looked pretty good this year compared to other years. I'll take South Carolina on the road, upset 30-21, and back-to-back losses for the Sooners.
I've got Oklahoma winning, bouncing back after that tough game versus Texas. I have them win 24-17.
I don't think that's a great pick, but I will have 14 Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Texas A&M on the road, Mississippi State coming off a close loss versus Georgia last week. But I will take Texas A&M on the road, as people are probably expecting, 38-14. I'll take the Aggies with a win.
I also have the Aggies, but a little bit closer of a game. I have 27-21. I think Mississippi State's been playing well recently, and I like their quarterback Van Buren is pretty.
I can see that because they've. I know their record doesn't show it, but they've hung in there with some teams. Next game, we got 12 Notre Dame at Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech, they've had the Florida State win. The first game of the season was a lot crazier earlier than it is now because Florida State's 1-5. Notre Dame losing to Northern Illinois, so they're probably not going to. Well, they could make the playoffs, but they need to win here. I'll take a close one, Notre Dame 28-25. Got the Irish for the win.
I also have the Irish winning 31-28. I think Tech keeps it pretty close. As a Georgia fan, I kind of hate that Tech's getting a lot better, but they've had an impressive year.
It's a good choice. Next game, LSU at Arkansas. LSU coming off the good win with Ole Miss, which we know it's a night game at Arkansas. Last time had that turn out, they beat Tennessee. So do they still have some of that stuff left in them? I think it will be really, really close. I'll take LSU in a high-scoring game, 35-33. I got the Tigers on the road.
I think Arkansas, I think they dropped this one 34-17. The upset versus Tennessee was pretty impressive, but I don't think they can replicate that again.
Next game, as Georgia fans, Georgia at number 1 Texas. Georgia, I can see them having a hot start, which people are not expecting. Texas, they've done good recently, but they have not played a top 50 offense in the nation. Michigan certainly not. Oklahoma's probably not. It will be a really, really close one to the end. I know pretty much everyone's got Texas in this game, but I'm going to take the Dogs 34-29.
I'm also taking the Dogs 38-34. I think there's been a lot of attention around Texas and a lot of negative attention around Georgia recently with the media, and everyone's kind of doubting Georgia right now. And I think they still have the best coach in the country, and can't underestimate him. So
Sure.
Go Dogs, sick 'em.
The Dogs. Last game, Kentucky at Florida. Night game in the Swamp's always hard. It'll be a really, really close one and interesting to see for Kentucky. They've had a pretty good year. Been hung in with Georgia. They beat Ole Miss. But coming off a loss to Vanderbilt, Vandy's getting better. But Kentucky, I have them on the road in overtime, 23-20. I got the Cats over the Gators.
I actually have a really similar score. I have 24-20, Kentucky winning. Former Georgia quarterback Brock Vandagriff coming in clutch and knocking off those Gators.
It's a good pick. Thank you guys for watching this Wiggins football predictions video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.